Sunday, October 18th. Just got settled in here up top, Matt's top over here at Hopedale. After 2 different bucks this evening, we got a 5.5-year-old 10-point nickname Flamer. We always get him up here towards the end of October, and he just showed up this week. And he's been here twice in daylight, and one of those was this morning. Then the other one is a buck we nicknamed Solid, a 5.5-year-old 8-point. He's not as consistent in coming in here, but he has been here this week. No daylight, but he has been here in the dark. We got a perfect northwest wind this evening. Dropping temperatures, lows in the 20s, highs in the mid to upper 30s. So I'm feeling confident about tonight. It's about 4 o'clock, so I'm about right on time getting in this evening. But I have a really good feeling about tonight. The deer seem like they were moving. The movement was good this morning, so with any luck, we can get one of these bucks down this evening. Dennis and DJ are over at the small plot hunting for Duke as well. I think they have a good chance, so hopefully we can let the old BSC go to work this evening. Hopefully we can put a rage in the cage on one of these 5.5-year-old studs. We'll see how it goes.
After going 45 minutes without even seeing a deer, to say that I was surprised when I seen Flamer coming around the corner would be an understatement.
That's Flamer, baby. Yes. Yes, baby. That's Flamer. I can't believe it. He stuck around out there at 70 yards for the longest time. He just came into 20. I'll have to review the footage. I think I hit him good. I'm shaking so bad right now. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it yet. So film style, baby, with the PSC. Yes. I'm gonna review the footage and we'll figure out what we got going on here, but I think I just smoked a monster.
After finally calming down and re-looking the footage, it was obvious that the shot was a little bit back. So I went back to camp, got a few buddies, and came back about an hour later, and what do you know, he only ran about 100 yards.
Oh, heck yeah.
Here it is, October 18th. Finally got this beast out of the woods. Got him back, gutted him and everything. Ended up being a real eventful evening for me this evening. Went out by myself with the camera and the bow, hoping to get it done, and started off fairly slow. Just had 2 does come in, and I was thinking to myself, wow, this is going to be a slow evening. And I looked out ahead about 70 yards, and here came Flamer around the corner, and he fed out there about 70 yards for about 20 minutes, and he finally committed and came in. And of course my adrenaline was rushing hard at that point, because I had sat there and watched him for a solid amount of time. Finally he presented me with a 20-yard shot, and when I shot he jumped the string. Well, at the time I thought I had still hit him good. But going back and looking at the footage, I noticed that it was a little bit back and a little high. So we went back to camp, gave him some time, watched the footage, I don't know, probably 20 times over, slow motion and everything, and finally decided that we could go after him tonight and go get him. And sure enough, he only ran about 100 yards. Blood trail wasn't great, it wasn't a ton of blood, but at the end of the day, we got my first Pope and Young buck on the board, and October 18th has always been a good day for me. 2 years ago today is when I killed Stool 8, my biggest buck to date at that point, and I think this might top him, so good evening.